Welcome back. I'm joined right now by the head coach of the Cal State LA men's basketball team, Coach Jim Saia. Coach, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks, Danny. Happy to be here.
Well, you guys are a couple games into your season already at this point. It's actually 7 games in, some of the more games than anybody else in the conference right now. Let me just talk to you a little bit and just get to learn a little bit about your team. But through the first 7 games of this year, what have you learned about your team?
Well, we've had a lot of injuries, so we're playing a lot of different lineups. So I'm still learning about our team. We had Adrees Jackson who's been hurt with a knee and foot all of off season and preseason. We just got him back, and so trying to integrate him into the lineup is a little bit tricky. But we're trying to find different combinations. We have 11 players that could play. And I think, obviously you have to settle on 8 or 9. And so that's been the difficult part. And as a head coach, I have to make those decisions, and you can't make everybody happy. So that's kind of what we're going through right now.
Fantastic. The other one, which I was seeing when I'm looking at your preseason or your non-conference schedule, seems like you guys played almost everybody that was a West Region NCAA participant last year. You guys sure seem to load up your schedule a little bit. Could you just tell me about some of the challenges you faced with the opponents in the non-conference schedule?
Well, we had all home games, so the actual theory to that was to go 6-0, but we went 3-3. So very difficult teams. I think you need to schedule tough. We're hoping that the regional committee, if we happen to get there, we have some losses, but we have some good wins too, that we played people in the preseason. I think that only gets your team better for this incredible tough conference.
Cool. I had a chance to look through some stats and some things that really popped out to me. 2 numbers that I saw. You guys are second in the conference right now in assists per game at about 15.5 assists per game. And you guys are also leading the conference in turnovers forced. Could you just talk to me a little bit about are you guys creating more of a hectic style out there that's forcing the turnovers onto the other teams, or is that just kind of something you preach every day? What's kind of helping cause that for you?
Yeah, we happen to preach that, and we want to be aggressive. We used to be a full court pressing team and create that way. We stopped doing that. And so within our defense, we do emphasize that. I wish it happened against San Marcos. They made us cost 22 and we only cost 12. So they put the pressure on us, and they're another team in this league that creates turnovers, and they really swipe at the ball really well. So that didn't happen last game, and that's why we're 0-1 in conference, because we didn't take care of the ball, and we didn't force 18 and 19 turnovers like we're trying to do each game.
Understood. So if I were to ask you, what are some of the strengths of your team that don't show up in the box score or the stat sheet? What do you feel are some of the strengths of the Golden Eagles?
Well, I think we have some good senior leadership. Offensively, I think we move. We're unselfish, and we like to really move the ball. That's a big deal in our program. We want to get so many passes per possession and really zip that ball around. We're hoping that our strength of the team, you don't win without good defense. So we're hoping the turnover stat that you mentioned becomes a strength, and our defense has been a weakness in the past. So we really worked on our defense, and you don't win in any sport without playing good defense. So we're hoping that area improves.
So let's say this is mid-February and somebody from the GNAC is scouting your team. What do you want them to go back and say the identity of the Golden Eagles are?
Well, they play really hard defensively, and they really pursue the ball and fly to the ball defensively, and we move the ball as a basketball team. That we're an unselfish team, and we hit the open man, and so that's kind of how I want people to say what the identity of my basketball teams are. So. But unfortunately, we got to make some more shots. So that's what we're not doing now. So,
well, I heard the surprise in your voice right there, but I want to hear from the positive surprise. What surprised you from your team through the first 7 games of the year that you were maybe not expecting when you guys came together in practice October 15th?
Well, we like our defense. We like what we're doing. It hasn't been perfect, but we like uh, I'm sure the coaches will say, hopefully they say, well, Cal State LA is defending a little bit better than they used to. So that's been a positive for us.
Fantastic. All right. I'm going to ask a little bit of a question. You don't have to give too much away because I understand the locker rooms are sacred, but what have been some goals or things you guys hope to accomplish this year during the CCAA season and the rest of the season?
Well, specifically, we're trying to, keep opponents under 60. We're trying to do all the things I think other coaches are trying to do and limit the field goal percentages, below 40. And we're trying, obviously we have something called kills that we keep track of. And if you get 3 stops in a row, that's a kill. Our goal is to get 7 per game. So we're not necessarily looking at the score or the record. We're looking at those tangible goals defensively, 3-point field goal percentage. We want to hold teams under 30. We want to get so many turnovers per game. So we have all those goals. And it's kind of like, the Coach Wooden philosophy is the fact that you're not worried about the score. You worry about what you can do, and then the scoreboard takes care of itself. So that's kind of what we're trying to do.
Well, fantastic. Well, Coach, just thank you very much for taking a couple minutes to just give us a little insight into your program and hear the words from you specifically. As you mentioned, you guys have played 1 conference game already, and you guys will be up on the road this week up at Chico and Stanislaus in your second weekend of CCAA play. So just want to tell you good luck the rest of the season, and hopefully get a chance to see you in Turlock for the CCAA tournament in March.
Thanks, Danny. I really appreciate it. Great questions. Thanks for your time.
You too. See you later, Coach.